So, Final Fantasy VII Remake demo dropped, and for me, does it live up to my expectations? Yes. Yes, it does. Oh my god, yes, it's so good. Oh my, it's great. Oh guys, you don't. Okay, let me calm down for a second. It does live up to my expectations. However, got this soda. Remy boys that know fast money don't show. No one can control. And I got this. Alright guys, I'm really pressed for time here, and I promise I'll make a more in-depth video sometime soon, but for now, here are my raw thoughts. Let's start with the graphics. They look amazing, a lot of attention to detail, good lighting. The game runs smooth as hell, even when the screen is crowded with a bunch of particle effects and whatnot. The character models are superb. Cloud looks great. Barrett looks like a badass. Jesse and Wedge, they all look great. The environment of the Mako reactor is really well remade. Like, you could see that place is a factory that people would actually work at. Overall, the graphics are stellar. I love how the game transitions from gameplay to cutscenes nearly flawlessly. It's something that Square Enix was really good at doing back in the day, and they brought it back with this game. I guess I had another, shot at nostalgia, which they implemented perfectly. Now, for the soundtrack, I'm a little bit worried. I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but they are using a remix soundtrack from the original. I hope there's an option to switch to the original soundtrack. They completely messed that up for me in Final Fantasy X when its remaster first launched. They used the remix soundtracks for that game, but they did fix it when Final Fantasy X remaster was ported to other systems. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't like the remix soundtrack of the FF7 remake. It's just, it's a nice layer of nostalgia when you can listen to the original soundtrack. Okay, now let's move on to the meat and potatoes, the battle system. I was a little bit worried that the game was going to be a bit of a button masher. However, that is not the case. If anything, the boss battles will provide you with a nice little challenge, provided I suppose you don't play the game on easy. If you gotta play on easy, no judgments here. Do what you gotta do, but I feel if you want to get the most out of the battle system, you gotta play it on normal. When I was fighting that guard scorpion, I actually had to dodge and guard and use my head, pay attention to my health, get behind him to disable him, properly use magic. It's not gonna be a cakewalk, and I'm glad. I feel like they perfectly balanced that battle with the guard scorpion. Really good. Now, the battle system reminds me of Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 13. Its general action-based nature is more of a perfect version of Final Fantasy 15's. Like, it plays as smooth as Final Fantasy 15 should have did when it first launched. And for Final Fantasy 13, it's using a stagger system, which works out really well when it's implemented right here. You're really gonna have to, again, pay attention to the enemy stagger gauge so you can really start piling on the damage and pay attention to which tactics you're using. Switch around a lot to characters, and that's another thing that I kind of don't like, and I hope in the final version you can switch between which character takes the lead. I knew after battle that if I was playing as Barrett during a battle, the game would automatically switch me to Cloud when the battle was over. So I'm hoping there's some type of leader flag, and you can just switch to whoever you want when you're just roaming around the city or something. Okay, so let me get to that. However, I mentioned during the beginning of the video, I know this video is really short, but I just gotta mention this. I'm a little bit concerned about how long the game is going to be and how many parts is Final Fantasy VII Remake going to be in total, and how long is it going to take for us to get them, because when I play this game, I am probably going to get sucked into it, absorbed, just completely lost in it. But when I get to the end and Midgar is finally over, I'm going to wonder to myself, where is the next game? When is the next game coming? And knowing Square Enix, even though they said they're working on it, I believe they said they're working on it right now, I don't know if I can trust them to get it out in a timely fashion. So I feel like that's the one thing that's going to be lingering in the back of my mind as I play the game, but I ultimately think I'm going to enjoy the game a lot. Alright guys, as I said, I can't go into too much detail right now. I'm really pressed for time. I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know what you all think of the demo. I'll catch you all soon. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.